Welcome everyone, this is a quick start guide to how to use AutoDrive, and this is going to be on the updated version. So if this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright, so I made a video previously about this, and of course several days after I posted that video, they updated and overhauled AutoDrive. So what we're going to do today is do similar to what I did in the last video. I'm not going to go into depth on how to do everything in AutoDrive. The only thing I'm going to show you how to do is make a one-way route, a two-way route, add destinations, and how to connect routes and just use AutoDrive just as a transportation function. Not for any of the other methods it has or anything like that. We're just going to go into just the basics. So right now I'm moving around. I'm on no man's land, so we're just going to make a route from here down to the main farm. So, and then back up to here. So right here, I can't access the window on the right side. So if I click the center mouse button, it'll give me a cursor, just like the previous version of AutoDrive. And you can move this around. I've noticed it's a little finicky. Sometimes you have to click it a couple times or move it around or try to do whatever to move it around. So I'm going to move this up here just so it's kind of more visible, but still there to see. So right now it was in edit mode, and this is not in edit mode, so this is how it will be. So what you need to do is hit this little triangle down here, and that'll turn into edit mode. Now up here it says left control for extended editor mode, and we'll go over that in a second. So just like the last one, this is a record button. If you right click it, it'll allow you to record a two-way route. If you left click it, it will record, sorry, turn it now. So right click, two-way route, turn it off, left click, one-way route, which was what we're gonna do. So the two-way route works the exact same way. You can have your vehicles go both ways on it. I prefer the one-way routes because then I can have vehicles going to and from at the same time, and that's not what we want. So we're actually going to delete that and start over. It got a little weird because I was clicking it a bunch of times, stuff like that. So we want the arrows to go the way that we want to go, which is going to be this way. So this way. So we're going to hit this button, which is the delete waypoint. It'll delete the one that your red cursor's on. So delete, delete, and that's everything we have. Delete that. So should be everything. Just keep clicking delete until you get it going. So we are going to drive this way, and we are going to actually records on. Let me turn it off. Let me delete all that again. Not going well so far. All right, now that we're heading the right direction, now we're going to left click to record a one-way route. Boom. And you'll notice in this version, it's going to, I hit the center mouse button so I can move around again. This version, it's actually quite a higher distance, and you can adjust the distance between those. We're not going to go into that in too much detail. We're just going to cook on down to the farm, just recording points right here. Just like this. So simple as this. This is how you're going to record routes, okay? And we're going to actually, yeah, we'll go all the way down to the farm. So we keep going. We make corners and stuff. It'll make the waypoints closer together to make corners. Yeah, I went off the way there. Now let's say that does happen. You went off the way over there. We'll go over how to fix that in a second. So we're going to come around here. And yep, I just started at new farmer mode, and then I bought this truck. That's literally how everything went. So let's say we want this spot right here to be our home farm. So I'm going to make the middle cursor again. So what we're going to want to hit is this, create edit target. This is the one you want to hit first. This one doesn't always work, I've noticed. I don't know how the difference between those two is, but I noticed this one works. So I hit that, and it's going to pull up this box right here. So I'm going to say home farm is going to be this, and then I'm going to hit create. Perfect. It added the destination home farm. Now in the previous version, there'd be a little calculate button, like a, it'd calculate routes button. You don't have to do that in this version. So now we still have record on, so we're going to keep going. So it's got that home farm put in there. Oop. Okay, that's say I want my tractor to be able to, or my vehicle to be able to have a way around here to turn around and then go back to home farm for whatever reason. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, but we're just going to do it. So we're going to stop right there, and we're going to turn off record. Okay, so we're going to get out of the way here. So normally in the previous one, there was a button you'd click, and you'd be able to select between them and get them all hooked up and everything like that. This is where the right control, so I have mouse right here, so if I hit the left control button, it shows all these, and I'm holding left control down. I'm not just clicking it. This is me holding it down. So you can move these around if you right click on them. So I'm moving it around. I'm right clicking, holding right click to move this around. So let's say I want to connect these two routes. I hold it where those two are going to be blue, and I click. It should connect them, theoretically. Of course, now it's not working. I just did this. Oh, anyhow. Let me move that guy out of the way. Oh, it did connect him. See, it does do that. So if you get it just right, it will connect them. So now that route is part of that. Okay, perfect. It did connect him. And that was just me left clicking after I was holding. So I was holding the right click button down to move it where I needed to. And while I was holding it, so let me just do this actually. Once I set it down, so let's say I moved it to there and I was connect those two, I would leave it there and then I left clicked it to get it to connect. You have to play around with it a bit. Again, the functions are a little, they're not great, I would say. But there, yeah, you can play around with it a bit to get it to go the way you want to go. Okay. The other benefit to this versus the old version of AutoDrive is if I can line it up correctly, I can just start recording already connected to my previous route. So I want to keep going down to back to the store. So if I come up here, connected to there, if I hit record, as I'm going from here, it's gonna, I mean, it did a little loop there, but it'll be able to hook up with that. It will understand that and it'll be able to figure that out. And just like that, I can go all the way down. I'm gonna go off to the side here. So actually, yeah, let's talk about that. If you make a route that has a curve in it and you want to adjust it, hold down the left control button and then just move it over. And you're like, well, now you're going to have like this weird section, or just put them closer together. They're still going to work. Just like that. So you can just move it around like that. Anyhow, we're still recording, so we should, yep. Okay, perfect. So we will head back down to the farm. We're going to head back down to the store. The other thing I want to point out, when you are connecting routes, so when you have left control held down, which I'm holding it down right now, and you have all those dots on the screen. So when you are connecting routes together, you are going to drag. Actually, you know what? Let me get up here. So let's say I want to connect this way. Let me just go a little further forward, turn off record for a second. So let's say I want to connect this route to this one, and let's say that one does go that way for whatever reason. I would drag this one over and then connect them. Now, if I wanted it to go the opposite way, then I would bring this over. So I'd bring this over to get the arrows to go the opposite way. So it depends on which way, whatever way you drag from and connect from, that's the way the arrows are going to go. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm not sure if that did or not, but hopefully it did. And then I hit record again just to jump back onto that track. And it should just keep going. So don't panic and think it's not recording when it's having those big gaps between them, but it's working all right. And again, I'm not going to go into super big detail on everything. The other thing you want to note on the new AutoDrive, and I will let you guys play around with it and figure out what you want to do with it, because I haven't played around with all the settings and stuff, so we're going to slow down here. So if I click on this button, it's going to open up this. There's all sorts of settings in here. So you can go through and play with all those. It puts a description down at the bottom for each one. So that will give you a little bit of help on that, okay? So we're going to finish off by, let's say I want this right here to be a waypoint. Right, that one right there. So I'm going to, again, hit this guy, and I'm going to put store, hit enter. Boom, I got that waypoint there. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and make a big loop here. Very similar to what I did in the last video. And then I'm going to get up to here. And I'm going to hit stop record. And then I'm going to move out of the way, because what I do want to do is connect these two routes. So here's where it'll matter. So if I drag this one over and connect it that way and left click to connect them, it will make that connection go the opposite way of this. So I want it to go with the grain, with the arrows. But if I drag this end over, it's going to flip the connection this way. So that's why I have to drag this end over, put it over top, and it should connect them. You should be able to, oop, maybe not. I don't want to bring that one over. And again, you have to play with it to get it to work sometimes, is what I've noticed. I don't have like a rhyme or reason for why it does that. There, I think it connected that time. Nope, it didn't. Okay. And if I zoom in and take a closer look at it here, technical difficulties. Well, I guess part of the reason is you see there's an elevation issue here, but yeah, so let me bring that guy over to there. There we go. Okay, it's right click. That was my bad. I was wondering why it wasn't working. So you right click when you drag them out. So yeah, so you drag in whatever end you want. You drag it over the one you're connecting, and then after you get them set over top of each other, right click, not left click. I don't know why I thought it was left click. Oh, but that was why it wasn't working. Okay, so the advantage here if I want this guy to go, so there's different modes, and you hit this to toggle the mode that you're going to do. So there's all sorts of different modes, and it says at the top what it is. Pick up and deliver, you know, all sorts of other things. Here, that's deliver. We want this one, which is just the destination point, and that's just drive. So from this point right here, I can select down here, store farm. So I want them to go to the home farm. So I just select it down there. It's a drop down. It's not like you're, you know, clicking through them or anything like that. And then you hit the power button. And it should be able to connect over to him. Perfect. And it'll get on that route, and he's going to hopefully speed up. But yeah, that is it. So I haven't played with any of the other functions here. There's a park function on here. You know, all sorts of different things on there. So there he goes. He's speeding up just like that. That's how AutoDrive works. If you have questions about it that are in this realm, you can comment them below. I'm not an expert in AutoDrive by any means. This is really all I really use AutoDrive for in-game, which is not even close to its potential. Is I just use it to move things around. So like if I just need someone to haul grain down to the store to sell, I would just have them haul grain, and then I go there and sell it, because I don't know, I get satisfaction out of selling it myself. But anyhow, and you'll see he'll navigate through this stuff pretty good. I think the overall the navigation function and the find route function on the new AutoDrive are a lot better. And he'll keep going, no problem. Now let's say I want him to go to the store. Power there. Oop, I turned it off. There. Now he should go to the store. So he's routing back on, and you'll see how he jumps over that little section that we had an issue with earlier. Here it comes. Kind of has a little panic button here, or a little panic. There, just routes over it, no problem. He was able to kind of navigate that pretty smoothly. And you could go over there, hit the left control, and then adjust it how you need to. But anyhow, guys, this has been Farmer Cop. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please drop a like down below. And if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel. If there's anything you want to see in future videos, again, comment it below. Anything I can help you with AutoDrive, please comment below. Again, I'm not an expert, so I may not be able to help you. But if I can, I will. Alright, guys, this has been Farmer Cop. Thank you, and thank you for watching.